Good morning, everyone, and welcome to your Meet Your Future IBM 2025 webinar. I'm Ellie, part of the Education Work and Skills team at Greater Manchester Combined Authority. For those who've joined us before, you might be aware that Meet Your Future launched in 2019 by Andy Burnham, Mayor of Greater Manchester, to give young people like you the chance to meet real employers and explore different career paths. We have developed a suite of information, resources and links to services that are here to help you. They can be found on GMAX, and I'll pop a link in the chat shortly, which many of you will already be familiar with, but please speak to your teacher to find out more. We hope this session inspires you and helps you to feel more confident about your future in Greater Manchester. In today's session, you'll be hearing from Rachel from IBM and the rest of her team. Please make use of the question box for any questions or thoughts you might have throughout the session. You'll see this on the right-hand side of the screen, and we will be publishing any questions that come through. So please ask your teacher to put any questions you have into this box, and don't be shy, there are no silly questions. And we'll cover these in the Q&A section at the end. And if you would like to use captions or subtitles during the event, please select captions/subtitles on in your video controls. I'll now hand over to Rachel. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Ellie. Morning, everyone. Fantastic to be here today, bright and early. It's a pleasure to be spending time with you today. My name is Rachel Doyle. I'm one of the early careers managers at IBM. And what that means is when a school leaver, university or college student joins IBM, they come into our team and we look after them for the first few years of their careers. I've got an amazing early professional with me today, Fernanda Vargas Mendez, and Fernanda's going to be chatting with you a bit later on. Morning, Fernanda.
Morning, everyone.
She's off mute on camera at the minute.
Morning, everyone. It's going to be
Fernanda.
a pleasure to speak to you.
Fantastic. We'll roll on. So, listen, the future's tech and the place is Manchester. It's a fantastic time to be living and working in Manchester. It is the UK's top digital tech city. 96,000 people employed in creative and digital industries, over 10,000 digital and tech businesses in Manchester, and it's been voted the best city to live in by The Economist. At IBM, we're really excited because we've just opened up a brand new city centre office on 1 New York Street, and we're very proud and excited to be running a brand new T-Levels programme a little bit later in the year with the Manchester College. Okay, so for the roughly the next 30 minutes, we're going to look at what is IBM as a company, as a big tech company all about, early careers at IBM, what do they look like, and then meet one of our T-level superstars. And then at the end of that, you're going to have a bit of a chat with the Manchester College. So what's IBM all about? IBM is an acronym, and it stands for International Business Machines. We've been around well over 100 years, and we essentially are here to modernise businesses. Yeah, so we partner with clients to solve their problems fast. We're supercharged. We have AI agents now at our disposal as consultants. We work smarter, faster, more effective with that. We're kind of everywhere. We've got a global presence in 170 countries, which is about 87% of the world's countries. So you can think of IBM as a company as a bit of a tech fixer. So we solve complex problems for our clients. We work with smart AI. We help develop our clients' skills. And then we stick around to make sure that our solutions are running smoothly. I've got a bit of a video for you, which is a bit more of a deep dive into our... Oh, I lost you for a second there. Ellie, can I just check you can still see my PowerPoint?
Yes, I can.
Fab. Sorry about that, everyone. There's a little bit of a lag and it stopped sharing. Here we are. Give this a go. Yeah. so that's our company. Earlier I mentioned, just going to click the next one. There we go. Earlier, I mentioned my team and where early professionals land. So when early professionals start IBM, they come into what's called IBM Foundation, and that is our early professional talent launchpad. It's led by a lady called Jenny Taylor there, and we're very proud to be multi-award winning for the work that we do. It's split up generally into 4 streams, yeah? So you've got internships and our futures schemes, where students come in for 12-month placements, occasionally with a bit of a pipeline into a job with us that way. Another route is apprenticeships, where we run in-house apprenticeships in IBM. The no-brainer for me is the degree apprenticeship route, because IBM essentially pays for that degree, and then at the end of their apprenticeship they become fully fledged IBMers. More of a traditional route, we have a graduate scheme. Students go off, they get their degree, and they come and they bring their skills and learn new skills back to IBM after that degree, and they come in as a graduate. And then lastly, we run T-level placements, which is a bit of a work experience programme, and we partner with colleges on this. So that is our team. Who are our people? I've got Hafsa here, who's done a day in the life of a degree apprentice at IBM. Hafsa's in our London office, but I will say across all of our IBM locations, our team culture and our people culture is very much the same. So here's Hafsa to tell you more.
Welcome to the day in the life of a degree apprentice at IBM. My job role is hybrid, so I decided to go into the office today. This is the London office, and I get in for around 8:45 a.m. I'm a commercial manager in the cybersecurity team, so here I'm just creating a quick checklist before my daily stand-up. Then I have a quick catch-up with friends before heading straight back to my desk to attend a few meetings I had in the diary. During these, I note down a list of actions in order to help my team progress the deal to the next stage. Then it was time for lunch. Normally I eat in the office, but today we decided to go out with a few colleagues to this amazing food court located in Mayfair. After lunch, I went down to the client floor to prepare for an upcoming client day. I then had a catch up with a few members from the Asian BRG to plan events for 2023. I also had a call with my manager to see how I'm doing and if I needed any support. And then before finishing up for the day, I headed to the balcony with a few colleagues, and that was the day over.
All right, so a little bit of insight into office life there.
Welcome.
Teachers, I've got a bit of engagement for you. Wake everybody up in the morning. Let's see how it goes. I'm going to work with Ellie, our host, on this one. A vote, a bit of a hands up. So in the classroom, can we do a bit of a live vote where we have hands up for option 1, hands up for option 2, and then I believe there's a Q&A or a voting function set up for you, and teachers, you can click that option. So what does IBM look for when recruiting for our early careers professionals? Option 1, strong STEM knowledge, or option 2, creative and critical thinking. Let's give this a go. Hopefully we get some responses in there. Ellie, how's it looking? All set up, all okay?
Yeah, we're just ready for people to like the options in the Q&A function.
Also, they're giving them a like.
Yes.
Awesome. I'm really keen, actually, myself, just to know what comes back from this one. It's very topical at the minute. How's it looking, Ellie? Have we got some responses?
Yes, we have, and it's actually overwhelmingly option 2. Option
2. I am very pleased to hear that. Fantastic. I kind of wish we could have an interaction and we can have a bit of a chat about that. But I'll go. But thank you very much, everybody who voted there. You would be right, actually. Now I will say there is still a pathway for STEM, and it is still very important, but we've had a little bit of a shift with the AI revolution. Yeah, so the high level answer is we're skills based as a company. So actually what matters the most to us is your potential to build on future skills rather than come in with what you already know. For a niche amount of roles, STEM is still absolutely relevant, but if you can imagine, now that we have AI and it is supercharging us, it's automating a lot of things. There is a report that gets published, it's called The Future of Work, and the 2 top skills for the future in tech are listed now as creativity and critical thinking. And that's because those skills allow us to be open and deal with complex problems. And we need to be managing, navigating and leading AI, sitting on top of AI, if you like. Critical thinking and creativity lends itself to that. And I know that Fernanda a little bit later is going to jump into her opinions and give you a point of view about creative thinking. Okay, brilliant. So that's a wrap from me. I'm just going to leave you with some of our early professional voices as well. So I've got I've got someone from an apprenticeship and a graduate scheme, and we've got 3 people here going to chat with you, 2 from the Manchester office. Little bit more of a deep dive into what they do and what their career looks like at IBM. So here's Osas.
Hi, my name's Osas, and I'm currently doing the Level 6 Digital Technology Solutions degree apprenticeship at IBM. So far, it's been great working, as I often get to work with technologies like Gen AI and cloud day to day. And also, everyone in the office is pretty approachable, supportive, and friendly, which makes for a nice working environment. And my main reason for choosing IBM for my apprenticeship was to do with their long history of innovation. So I really wanted to get the first-hand experience of the process behind the development of these technologies. And if I were to give students some advice, it would be to demonstrate curiosity and demonstrate a willingness to collaborate, because it's less about what you know and more about your mindset when working in collaborative environments, and also solving problems which best sets you up for success.
Hello, my name is Russia, and I'm a UX design degree apprentice at IBM. What I do is basically do research to understand the problem, and then I come up with ideas to solve that problem and then use design to solve it. My degree apprenticeship allows me to have the perfect balance between academic and also hands-on experience at IBM. So I wanted to work in tech because of the things that I enjoy. So my A-levels, I took psychology, geography and arts, and these were the 3 subjects I really enjoyed. And funny enough, those 3 subjects actually create like a lot of what I'm doing now as a user experience designer.
I'm Olivia, and I started the IBM grad scheme nearly 18 months ago within the technology customer success team, following a successful internship in 2021. I now work within the automation platform, managing customers and partner relationships post-sales. I stumbled upon the IBM Foundation scheme purely by chance while at university, noticing the great experiences and career milestones other early professionals were sharing on LinkedIn. Being part of the office community here in Manchester has definitely been a highlight of my journey here so far. It's been really rewarding to contribute to the growth of communities such as Tech for Her, collaborate with external early professionals and build a personal brand that's in line with our new regional strategy. From my experience, it's important to stay curious. Willingness to learn is always more invaluable than knowing everything, especially in the beginning. Ask questions, make mistakes, and see every challenge as a chance to grow.
Brilliant. So, hopefully this very short session has given you a little bit of an insight into IBM and early careers. I'm now going to pass over to our superstar, Fernanda Vargas Mendez, who's going to do a little bit more of a storytelling, and I might actually stop sharing my screen in a minute so that you can see her in the full screen. Morning, Fernanda, how are you doing?
Morning, Rachel. It's great to see you and great to speak to all of the crowds that are there listening. So I just wanted to start by just telling you about my journey so that you could be a bit more inspired into doing whatever you want, whatever your purpose is. And I want to start by just saying a bit about how I started. So I came to this country when I was 14, and there I did art, design technology, and French for my GCSEs. But when the GCSE GCSEs came to an end, I didn't really know what I wanted to do after that. And as you can tell by the GCSEs that I did, I was a very creative person, and I've always liked creative things like painting, drawing. And I just wanted to do an A-level that would allow me to use those skills and continue having them in the world of work as well. And things took a turn for me. And that's when my school started promoting something called T-levels. And what I thought was really cool about T-levels when they told me about them is that the course includes about 45 days of work experience minimum, and it gives you real life projects that immerse you into your career, into your future career. And I thought that was amazing. So that sold it for me, and that's what allowed me to do a digital T-level. And during that T-levels, of course, we did the work experience, and I had the privilege of going to an IBM for 9 weeks and doing work experience for them. And I was able to use all the skills and all the knowledge that I had already learned at T-levels. So during our placement, I had the privilege of creating really cool AI chatbots from scratch. We also were able to present to people inside the company that were executives and stakeholders. And the best thing about it is that I was actually able to have that teamwork with my classmates outside of school. So I think I found it very interesting because I got to live the day in the life of an IBMer for a few weeks as well. And during this work experience, the people at IBM told me that they would open applications for something called degree apprenticeships. And you may ask yourself, what are they? And when you do a degree apprenticeship, you're basically working for your employer, and you also study for a university degree. But the difference is that your employer, which in my case is IBM, they pay for your degree, which means that you'll end up debt-free as well, which helped me a lot as well. And you also get a salary on top of that, as well as the 3 years or 4 years of experience, depending on your degree apprenticeship. So after doing my work experience as a T-level student, I decided to apply back at IBM. And fortunately, I got through those applications, and now I work for a really cool team when I got back, which is called AI and Data Analytics. And I'm back as a level 6 degree apprentice, which means I also get a bachelor's degree. Now I'm currently working for a massive healthcare project, and it has an app that millions of people use, and you may use as well. We're making them supercharged by making sure that they have the best app for all those millions of people that use it. And this also allows me to do very meaningful work and very fulfilling work as well. But now you may ask yourself, why is Fernanda telling me all this? And this is the point that I wanted to make. I wanted to show you that I took very creative GCSEs, and that fast forward to T-levels and then my degree apprenticeship, I actually ended up going back into something creative, even though it's in the field of tech. And now I'm using those creative skills that I've always had to be in the field of technology and in AI, and I'm able to think outside the box as well as create those solutions that are really, really, really interesting. So I'm able to just think outside the box, create those nice presentations, and really just innovate, which is something that sometimes we think, no, we only need to know the skill. But I want to challenge that thought today, and I want to tell you that if you have a skill that you want to refine, it's good that you start knowing what your passion is now, because whatever you do in the future, you won't ever feel like you're working. So I want to raise the importance of having that passion and having that drive to become good at the things you actually enjoy. So for me, it was art, but because I became very good at art, that allowed me to then get into the field of tech and really empower myself and empower others through my innovations. And in this constantly evolving world, there's going to be more technologies that are going to appear. There's going to be more AI. There's going to be more robots. So what people will value in you will be your potential, as Rachel said, and it's going to be that interest for something that you like. So today I'm urging you to build other things apart from just the technical skill set, which for me, it was the personality. So with personality, I mean communicating, being a people person, your passions, those hobbies that you liked when you were a kid, those hobbies that you haven't touched a lot, those desires and dreams, as crazy as they may be. I challenge you to write a list of those. And if you don't know what you really like, go out there and discover. Get out of that comfort zone and find out different things, different topics, different activities. Maybe serve your community, do events outside of school, do events in school. And when you understand who you really are and what you really enjoy, you won't feel like you're ever working. As I'm telling you, I don't ever feel like I'm working. I just feel like I'm always having fun because I'm always doing things that I like. You won't also feel like you're burdened to do your job, which I think a lot of people worry about, having a boring job. When you're really enjoying something and when you use that creative skill or that passion that you have, whichever field, you're just going to be the real you all the time. And when you start doing this, you'll start creating your dream life, your dream environment, and this will allow you to be more optimistic. You'll be more motivated to learn. You'll learn faster as well, and you will master your craft. So from having won the National T-Level Award of the Year and being a speaker at countless events, as well as speaking at Parliament, and then from coming also up with solutions in AI and creating these amazing reports for very important people, I want to end with this question, and I really want to ask you, what will you be doing to impact the world in a positive way? Thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoyed that.
Thank you, Fernanda. That's amazing. That's all from us at IBM for now. We're going to pass over to the Manchester College now. Thanks.
Hello. Good morning, everyone. My name's Andrew MacDonald. I'm a course tutor, digital tutor at the Manchester College. I'm just going to summarise why you might choose a T-level. I'm just going to share my screen with you so you can see that. I have a very short PowerPoint, excuse me. Okay, so currently at the Manchester College, we offer 3 T-level programs. There's actually 4 there because digital support and security includes digital support and cyber security, which are 2 different specialisms. And we've got programming, of course, and data analytics. In this presentation, I'm going to try to encourage you to consider why you might choose a T-level, but specifically a T-level in digital. You can see some of our students there. We've been teaching this for about 3 years now, and we have sent through a range of students onto careers, to achieve their potential. These students is just an overview of the various things, the activities that they're involved with. As you can see, there's presentations, there's group work, there are exams on the T-level in the first year. All of the assessment is external, so we don't really do assignments for continuous assessment, that kind of thing. It is exams and large projects. You can see them programming robots. They've got competitions there. They're carrying out practical tasks. There's a little bit of peer mentoring in there, and there are many opportunities with visiting employers and competitions. And down at the bottom, you can see some educational trips and enrichment, Alton Towers, chaos carts, things like that. We usually try to align the enrichment with some kind of technology angle, so we can talk about that as well. As you can see, I'm going to put the positives, just a quick run through of the reasons why you might choose a T-level. And the first one there is it's the quickest way to professional paid work. So we take school leavers, and in 2 years we're sending them on, in most cases, onto specialised skilled employment. And those salary ranges can go from about 25 to 30 as a typical entry level salary. And obviously there's a lot of career progression. There's a clear ladder. The employers that we work with have very structured, like IBM, very structured onboarding processes and skills paths that the new recruits can follow. So it's the quickest way to paid professional. You could go in at 16, but you might not be really doing a specialized work role. Whereas if you stay two years with us, or 3 years if you do level 2, then you can really work on developing your skills, your employability skills as well. The second reason, excuse me, debt-free HE. As Fernanda and Rachel indicated, if you go on to a T-level, you complete it successfully, and part of that T-level is a 9-week placement, then we treat the 9-week placement as kind of an extended job interview. Now, many of our students impress in the placement, and then they're invited to apply for the degree or level 4 apprenticeships. Level 4 tends to lead to the degree apprenticeship. But the great news is you won't be paying for your course fees, your uni fees, because the employer will take care of that. It's part of their commitment to you in that they're training you up. They want to get you qualified with a degree in most cases, and you'll save yourself somewhere between 30 and 40,000 in terms of your course fees, which is a great start to your career. The next thing is, excuse me. Real world 9-week placement. So as I just indicated, you as a mandatory part of your T-level, your digital T-level, have to do a 9-week real world placement, okay? So you will go in, we tend to do them over the summer of the first year, but that isn't restrictive. Sometimes we do 2-week blocks, 4-week blocks. It depends on the employer, how it works for them really. And that's blended into the curriculum to the 2 years that they're studying with us. As I say, it's a mandatory part of the course. You can't pass a T-level without completing that placement. During that placement, you have skills criteria and performance criteria that you must attain. And the great benefit of that, a lot of students love it because it's different to college, and it puts you into a mature work environment, working with a range of people, but aligning with the organization's priorities in terms of skills and their needs and employability skills and that kind of thing. As I say, it's become like an extended job interview for a degree apprenticeship. Now, you might know that degree apprenticeships are highly sought after. We do need more of them generally, and the government's working on that with our employers. But if you apply for a degree apprenticeship without a placement, then you're probably going to be in a queue of like 200 to 500 other applicants. But this kind of advances you, it gets you in the door, and you can showcase your skills on placement, and they can basically decide if they like you, if they want to work with you, want to take you forward, which has been a really successful route for us, for our students. Brand new specification, this is another reason. The T-level specification is only 4 years old anyway, but they've updated it for this year. All of the programs have been updated. So you know that you're getting a up-to-date knowledge. It's a curriculum which has been designed by industry with government, so it's highly relevant. It's what industry wants, and they've updated it this year. So you know that the knowledge is current, and that currency is relevant for where you will ultimately go to work in the next 2 years or in your future career. Next thing, practical skills development. We do a lot of practical skills development on the course over the 2 years. And that's in part because the first year, a third of the first year is an extended project, kind of 16 hours or so. And then the second year, the whole of it is an extended project. It's about building those skills to do approximately 45, 47 hours, depends on the program, a longer project like that. So we're always working on your skills, your technical skills especially. So the programmers are going to program, they're going to work with data as well. And sometimes we blend the different programs so that the programmers know about data cleaning and that kind of thing in a more limited way than the data analysts. And and practical skills development is very much a part of it to give you that edge to be able to do things when you go into work. Employer projects, competitions, and guest talks. So not only did employers help to design this curriculum for the T-level, they also are involved during the T-level. So we like to feed back insights from employers into our current curriculum and the way we teach it. So that can include projects on subject-specific things, on specialist areas, competitions. As you can see, some of the students are holding up certificates because they won, and guest talks from employers, feeding back the current picture in the digital sector to our students. So you're getting it from the horse's mouth. Talent pipeline. We are viewed as we've been doing this for three years now, and we're quite established, and we've got really good connections and relationships with our local employers. And we're viewed as a kind of talent pipeline, taking the raw clay of GCSE school leavers and presenting them, developing them in order to make them work ready, and work ready in particular sectors. Because as Rachel mentioned earlier, that STEM enthusiasm and ambition and passion is essential, but also employability, creative, critical thinking skills are essential as well. So we try to round all those off, and you can see some of that in terms of the presentation, the analysis skills, the various activities that are going on in that image you can see in front of you. Manchester is a digital hub. Now, we are blessed because we teach the T-level, the digital T-level in Manchester. And we've got some 10,000 or so employers. We don't work with all of them, obviously, but we are very well connected in terms of the local area has a great digital culture. So from your point of view, whatever you end up doing after you leave us, then you've got an abundance of potential opportunities and areas and employers to apply to. Next is the high skills demand. So it won't be any news to anyone that data analysis, programming, cybersecurity, and digital support are in very high demand. Now, you can look, go on any jobs website or skills research, and you'll find that data tends to be by the first or second. Programming's up there as well. AI is obviously the big one now, machine learning. So we try to align our students, even whatever the program, with those kind of areas, and you won't be short of opportunities for that reason once you finish with us as well. And then lastly, additional skills development. Obviously, I've mentioned AI, but there is a kind of implicit, hidden specialism within the T-level, which is project management. It goes through all the T-levels. You have to do projects. You have to organise those projects. You have to cost them. We do mini ones during the program. So there are kind of implicit skills as well, which are assessed, not necessarily explicitly, but they're part of the offering really, and other employability skills like communication, time management, interview prep, those kind of things as well. Just to summarise, these are entry requirements. So you all need 5 GCSEs grade 5 or above, including maths and English. If you're doing GCSE computer science or an equivalent, we like to see you with a good grade in that as well. So you've demonstrated your interest. We've got 3 official pathways, but there's actually 2 within that: digital support and security, cyber security for September, and digital support, which is your fixing, maintaining PCs in organisation. Assessment, as I said, it's all external. 2 exams in the first year and an employer set project. And then in the second year, it's what's called an occupational specialism, which is a big project. And then obviously the 9-week work placement. So you're hopefully fully rounded by the time you leave us. I just wanted a summary slide. If you like, you can take a phone pic or a picture, a screenshot of this slide, which basically summarises the reason that you might do a T-level in digital, and hopefully at the Manchester College. Thank you, Rachel. Sorry, I've gone over a little bit.
Thanks very much, Andrew. I'll pass us back to Ellie, I think.
Amazing. Thank you so much to everyone who joined us. Thank you to Rachel, Fernando and Andrew for sharing your stories and your insights, and thank you to everyone in the classroom for joining us. We don't actually have time for a Q&A now because we're running over, but if you do want to pop any questions that you have into the Q&A, then we'll get those answered and sent out after the session. You should have already had a session card to help you explore more about the Digital and Technology Gateway. If not, please ask your teachers to share this with you. And as a reminder, GMAX is your Greater Manchester Apprenticeship and Careers Service, where you can find out about careers, apprenticeships and opportunities open to you. Many of you will already be using this, and please speak to your teacher to find out more. For teachers, parents or carers joining today, there'll be a Q&A link to a feedback form. Please take a moment to complete this on behalf of your students or children, as your feedback is incredibly important to us for how we improve in the future. Thank you so much again for joining us, and have a fantastic morning.